Welcome back to another episode of Times of Restoration here at Grafted in Him. My name is Ashley Sellers, and today we are going to be talking about the liver. And specifically, we're going to talk about what's the purpose of the liver, okay? What's its function? What is their role within our health and body function? And basically, what's the liver's responsibility in keeping us healthy, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started because we do have quite a good amount of material to go through. So the liver's function, the liver's responsibility. Number one, the liver's main function is detoxification. That's the main thing for the liver. It is detoxification. The more toxic the large intestine and other organs are, the larger the burden is on the liver. And some people don't realize how crucial and how important for our health detoxification is, okay? If you do not take out the trash in your home, your house is going to smell so bad. And there are insects that are going to be coming in, animals, like it is going to be bad if you do not take out the trash and you don't clean your house. So it is the same way for our body. When we don't detox our body, when we don't cleanse our body overall, and our detoxification system is strong and it's doing its thing, our body is going to have complications, okay? There are going to be health issues that are rooted because our detoxification system is not being supported and it's not doing its thing because our liver has a large burden, okay? So the more toxic the large intestine and other organs are, the larger their burden is on the liver. Number two, the liver is also responsible for manufacturing cholesterol. Not many people know that, okay? It's responsible for manufacturing that good cholesterol. Cholesterol is the starting material for the manufacture of all steroid hormones like progesterone, testosterone, estrogen, cortisol, prostaglandins, and DHEA. Another thing that the people don't know about the liver's function is that the thyroid is also influenced by liver function, okay? And there are so many women, and in the first season I did a video on thyroid health for women specifically, because there are so many women out there that are struggling with thyroid health and they haven't even been diagnosed. They don't even know what's going on. They don't even know that they're having issues with their thyroid, okay? So the thyroid is also influenced by the liver function. Specifically, it is a major site of conversion of inactive thyroid hormone T4 to the active T3 form. So in the liver, that's where that happens. It doesn't happen in the thyroid, it happens in the liver. So for endocrinologists to only focus on the endocrine system and not really touch on the liver, even though, and they say it, and I know that is true, even though the liver is not really classified as part of our endocrine system, it still has a huge influence in our endocrine system. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more later on. Number four, it also decides if and when a hormone is going to convert to another hormone and which other hormones it should be converted to. So as you can see, in those last 2 points, the liver has a big influence with our hormones. It has a big influence on our thyroid, our endocrine system. And so an overburdened liver has a decreased ability to break down excess sex hormones, especially estrogen, okay? So the liver is very important. It's very critical for hormonal balance. And so when the liver is overburdened because of everything that's going on in the body, and we're not supporting our detoxification system the way we should, for women specifically that are struggling with conditions like endometriosis, uterine fibroids, ovarian cysts, polycystic ovarian syndrome, that's PCOS, what I was diagnosed with, fibrocystic breasts, acne, heavy periods, and more conditions that are related to excess estrogen in the body. This is such an important thing for us as women to work on to support our detoxification system, because these conditions that I just mentioned are rooted in excess levels of estrogen in the body. And our liver is the one responsible to eliminate, to detoxify the excess estrogen in the body. So if we're not supporting our liver, those conditions are going to be getting worse and worse. So it's super important to make sure that we are supporting our liver, detoxifying our liver, so that we can eliminate that excess estrogen in our body, specifically for us women, and so that our liver can continue to do all the roles that it has within our overall health. Now, there are three key drivers of impaired liver function. Number one, it's toxic exposure. Number two, diet. And number three, lifestyle. And when I say diet, I hate using the word diet because, people hear diet and they're like, oh, that's something that's temporary. That's a routine that I follow that's temporary until I get to my goal. But diet, when I say diet, I mean the way that you eat, your eating habits, it's part of your lifestyle, in other words. So these three key are the drivers of impaired liver function. So toxic exposure, diet, and lifestyle. Number one, toxic exposure. High levels of environmental toxins directly affect the liver's function by altering the absorption of toxins. So the more we are exposed to toxins on a daily basis, that's more work for our liver. And if we're not supporting our liver and our detoxification system, those toxins are just going to roam around our body, and our liver is going to get sluggish, and it's just a completely big issue. Even viruses and bacteria and infections need to go through that detoxification process. The liver is going to eliminate them. But if we are not supporting our detoxification system and it's not strong enough, these toxic exposures these toxins that are coming into our body, including viruses, bacteria, and infections, are still going to be in our body that are going to lead to a lot of autoimmune diseases. The liver's ability to eliminate toxic compounds depends on the strength of its detoxification system, which are directly influenced by diet and lifestyle. And now we're going to talk about diet and lifestyle. A diet high in inflammatory foods that contain pesticides and other chemicals, compounds, refined sugars, and refined flour products, oil, puts stress on the liver and impacts its ability to function properly. So our diet is going to either enhance, support, and better and strengthen our detoxification system, our liver, or it is going to make it more of a burden for our liver, and it's going to weaken our detoxification system. So we need to always keep that in mind. Food isn't just food. We don't eat because we're hungry and we're just satisfying the hunger. No, food is instruction. The food that we eat is tools that our body needs in order to continue to function the way it was designed to. So low intake or lack of carbs also affects the ability for the liver to detox, because guess what, you guys? Detoxification takes a lot of energy, and we need that energy in our body. So when we are eliminating or decreasing our intake of carbs, guess what? Those carbs aren't being converted into energy, which our detoxification system needs. So it's so important to make sure that we're consuming those healthy whole food carbs so that our liver can use that energy to detox our body. Number 3, lifestyle. A sedentary lifestyle promotes toxin accumulation and storage. Exercise, on the other hand, promotes the mobilization of toxins for elimination. So it's so important because that it's going to go hand in hand with our lymphatic system, where it is fighting bacteria, infections, viruses, and moving them to eliminate them out of our body. So they work hand in hand. And so when we are exercising and we are sweating, that is going to help our body detox, okay? So it's so important. Those 3 are super important, and they're kind of like the key drivers and the fundamentals for strengthening our detoxification system. So let's do a little summary here. What does your liver do? Number 1, detoxification. Okay, that's the main thing. 2, produces cholesterol. 3, influences our thyroid. 4, the liver filters all of the blood in the body and breaks down poisonous substances. 5, it removes potentially toxic byproducts of medication. 6, it metabolizes, breaks down nutrients from food to produce energy when needed. 7, helps your body fight infections by removing bacteria from the blood. 8, produces most of the substances that regulate blood clotting. Super important. 9, produces bile. 10, produces most proteins needed by the body. 10, activates enzymes for proper digestion. And 11, stores glycogen, vitamins, and minerals for when needed later on. Sorry, that was 12 points. Okay, so here, if you want to take a screenshot of it so that you can make sure that you remember and learn what your liver's purpose and function is. If you can see this and you understand this, it has a pretty big responsibility when it comes to keeping us healthy and keeping our body in order, healthy, and clean. So I know many people don't really think about the liver. They don't, and doctors don't really talk about the liver and liver detoxification because it's just not their thing. And they know, and some of them don't even know because they're not taught that in school, in medical school, that many of the health issues that are going on in the world today that are, life-threatening conditions are related to liver sluggishness and, poisonous liver because of so much that's in the body and people are not detoxifying well. So next week, we are going to be talking about how to support your liver. So we talked kind of a little bit of the responsibility of the liver within our body and our body function. So that's what we talked about today. But next week, we are going to be talking about what can we do on a daily basis, little things that we can do to support our body and to support our detoxification system and strengthen it. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, any comments, please make sure that you drop them in the comments below, or you can email me to arestoringlife@gmail.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, A Restoring Life. And yeah, I hope this video was good information. I know it was a lot in a short amount of time. I tried to pack all of it as much as I could and trying to keep it basic so that you guys can understand it better. But like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments or email me and I will gladly answer your questions. So thanks for watching and I will see you on the next video. Shalom.